League One Volleyball.
Spring in the air and spring in your step. Things are heating up in Madison, Wisconsin with League One Volleyball. Take a stroll around the lake, Lake Monona, and find yourself right here at Alliant Energy Center, a stone's throw from downtown Madison. A look inside as Omaha takes on Madison in its final home game of the season. Two teams that are neck and neck in the standings at 5 and 6. As you take a look, Atlanta at the top, they have a chance to clinch that #1 spot at 9 and 2. They'll need 2 wins to get it done this weekend. But it's the 4 and 6 and 4 and 7 Omaha and Madison that we are focused on tonight. Hi everyone, Cameron Irwin alongside Olympian and former national team member Nicole Branna, and so much at stake in this 5-6 matchup.
Well, if Atlanta clinches this weekend, there is still 1 spot left, and these teams are both in striking distance, so this is a big win tonight for either one.
Everyone trying to get to that bye in the quarterfinal. Madison on a 3-game win streak. What's been the foundation of their success?
I'll tell you what, Annie Drew Schumacher is back, people, and look out, keep an eye on her. Her offensive game is unbelievable. She can dominate and take over a match, which is exactly what she's been doing. And for Omaha, Maddie Kubik-Banks has taken charge, the opportunity. She has always been very high-level ball control, but she has stepped into that offensive game and really added some power.
It's time for our Adidas scouting report. Nicole?
Madison, they want to vary their offense. Head coach Matt Furbringer told us, look, we're moving that set in from the outside hitter pin, moving it around. Omaha has a very strong block. We've got to beat it. And for Omaha, they want to manage the ebbs and flows, not go on some big runs and let Madison go on to points. How will they control it? How will they bounce back? And for both teams, win the extended rallies. You're going to see a lot of good rallies here. People flying around, keeping it alive. Who's going to win it and keep it that momentum for their team?
Madison's got the home team on their side. A look to the governor for first serve. Jordan Larson gets us started. Carlini immediately. Sandbothy up at the net, tries to find the block, and that's out. Madison with the first point. A look to Kimberly Drevniak, the lefty on the right side for Omaha. She's going to be a force to be reckoned with as Taylor Sandbothy back to serve. Maddie Kubik-Banks with the first contact, a line swing dug up. Annie Schumacher to the rescue.
And there we have it from the start. Keep an eye on her, front or back row.
A look to the starting lineup. You already mentioned Carlini as well as Annie Drew Schumacher, the opposite. What else are you looking for with Madison?
Well, I'm excited to see the middles get going as well, because that will really open those outside hitters to have some one-on-one situations with the block.
And that's an ace not easily come by considering the recipient. Justine Wong-Orantes.
One of the best in the business. That does not happen that often, and I don't expect it to happen again.
Sandbothy out of Ohio State. Goes right back to the same corner. And high off the hands, that is a big time kill and the first of her love career as you look to the Omaha starting lineup.
Tonight, some new faces. Gabby Blossom taking over right now. Omaha was running a 6-2 throughout the season here and there. Now tonight, we've been told mostly a 5-1, so Gabby Blossom will stay on the court the entire time.
At the serve and with the kill was Chiamaka Wokolo. That was her first kill in Love play thus far. She earned a block. She was a recent addition to the Omaha roster as Claire Chassé gets some work done. 4-1 lead for Madison. Blossom with the set. Annie Drew Schumacher high off the hands, and it's good.
Well, we already saw her crank one straight down, but this is also why she's so good. She can go in and tool the block, which is what she just did, attacking those high hands, and Omaha not able to cover it.
Two-time Olympic medalist, gold and silver. That's Annie Drew Schumacher. Dug up by Yaniska, and a set inside. Blossom with a phenomenal dig. Kubik-Banks gets rejected. And rejected once more on the right side.
Well, what a start for Madison. They have come out from the first point here, and they are setting the tone. And like you mentioned, they have been on a win streak, 3 in a row so far, and they want to continue it.
Cubic Banks getting the majority of the serve-receive load to start. Annie Drew Schumacher once again. She had a season-high 28 points the last time these two teams met. As you look to Matt Furbringer, the head coach for Madison, and up 7-1. Two focuses for Furbringer as a coach: player development and relationships.
I loved when he said that today. It's so awesome to hear that he said, I want the players to develop on my team as well, but not only that, whatever they plan to do in years going forward, and keep up that improvement. I almost got a dig there, Cameron. Do we have stats for the commentators?
Furbringer's team has been awfully hot again, riding a 3-match win streak. It actually started last time these two teams met right here in Madison. It was a 3-1 victory for Madison. As there is a phenomenal off-the-net set from Lauren Carlini.
Well, and here's the deal. When you're passing well, like Madison is right now, which to me means Omaha needs to step up their service pressure, you're able to run middles, outsides, whatever you want on the offense. And Lauren Carlini is doing an excellent job at the setter for Madison.
Sure fun to watch Carlini go to work, the Olympic silver medalist herself. High, deep swing, and that will be good more often than not.
And that looked like one of those more risky shots that head coach Susie Fritz told us. She challenged Maddie Cubic Banks early in the season, said, look, I want you to take a little bit more risks in your offensive game. She's normally a low air, more of a high IQ thinker, and she's accepted the challenge, and her production numbers have really increased.
Great to see her go to work. However, on the other side, Lauren Carlini is throwing that ball around. As we look now to Susie Fritz, the head coach for Omaha. You can see the work she's done, especially at K-State, 22 seasons, but just such a purposeful coach in her approach.
Yeah, I love today. She said, one of the comments I wrote down in capitals is be where your feet are, which I think we can all do a lot better. But just being where you are, enjoying it, putting all you can into it, and then whatever else you got on your mind, you got to let that go for now.
Emily Thader, middle blocker now at the service line. A bump set. Kill for Annie Drew Schumacher.
Unbelievable, but that's the confidence Lauren Carlini setter. Even though that was a bump set, she is going back to Annie Drew Schumacher and knows that she can count on her.
She couldn't even see her target, still found it. Huh. It's like shooting a basketball backwards and making a three-pointer.
Hey, sometimes I try that when I play myself.
How does it work out for you?
Doesn't always work.
It does for Carlini. Gabby Blossom again into the mix. It's been Laura Dykema running the offense as a 5-1 system for Omaha last several weeks. She misses that long, but for Gabby Blossom, what does she bring from an offensive standpoint?
Well, she brings a solid rhythm for this team. She runs the court well, calling the players, and she's got Coach Susie Fritz said some strong hands, so she might be, you might not think you can get that set there, but she's able to get a good location. And right now, some good speed out to Jordan Larson on the pin. And this game, this pro level, the college level, we talk all year is fast, but this is an entire different level of speed because these blockers are huge. They can get in front of you and you've got to try to beat them.
Hometown of Hooper, Nebraska, population 784. Jordan Larson, back row attack. Is there a touch?
Looks like Madison thought so, but will we get the challenge? We will.
Patty Rolfe, our R1 on the ref stand. Samara Savor, our R2. Officiating crew this evening. You do have challenges at will. Challenging whether there is a block touch here.
Looks like straight through the old field goal, if you ask me.
That was an awfully quick challenge.
I think Matt Furbringer, I'm used to calling him Furby, but he kind of knew. Yeah, I don't know if I should have done that one.
He was going with his player. Drew Schumacher thought she had it. Narrowing the gap is Omaha. Back by 3. Look back at the ace.
And then following up, Larson with a miss a little bit long there. After you get an ace, I'd love to see it back on. Doesn't mean take any off of it, but just keep it in the court when you've got the pressure on and they're thinking a little bit extra on that serve and pass.
Madison off to the quick start. Now up 12-8, looking to increase their win streak to 4.
Ali, you're doing your hair so beautifully. Does that mean you forgive me?
I'll try. I mean, you were only, what was it, 2 hours late?
About 1 and 45 minutes.
It's okay. I've already told Dad. You don't have to worry about it.
Oh my gosh, you didn't tell him.
You said forgive you. You didn't say don't tell anyone. So, pick one.
Okay, baby, let's go. You're done.
It's time to hoop anyways.
Yeah, not yet. I love you. Together.
Wow, what a rally.
This is the kind of volleyball that we expect to see and love. It's a river. Quads of finish.
League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas and by the Love Finals, where the first League One Volleyball champion will be crowned. Join us April 10th, 11th, and 13th from Louisville. Tickets are now on sale. Go to LOVBfinals.com for more details. Lauren Carlini on the fashion walk. She's got all the style off the floor and also on the floor. Check out this heads-up play from a few weeks ago.
That was up ahead of Carlini. A header for the kill. Wow. Watch this. Boom. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, it's in.
Way to keep your head in the game, Carlini.
No kidding.
I actually spoke to her about that exact play. I said, can you believe how much traction that got? And she said, honestly, it's the best play I've probably ever made.
I was watching that thinking, what kind of face are we going to get up here? And sure enough, a big smile and happy. So no concussion in the making of that day.
I mean, have you even seen that before, ever?
No, and most importantly, is there a stat line for that? Head kills.
There should be. It should be worth 2
Maybe
points.
on the soccer pitch.
Madison up 12-8. Back out of the timeout. Cameron Irwin alongside Nicole Brana. Kimberly Drevniak again going to work, and they kind of live and die by her to some extent in terms of their offense.
Well, she's a very powerful offensive weapon for them. She can attack it from the front row and the back row with such heat. Really has been an offensive weapon for this team.
Yuniska, perfect pass, and it pays off.
Well, Omaha holding in the middle there with number 2, Anna Hall, because they know that they'll set her as well. And just a little bit late, take a look at this one, keeps it wide open. And there's that inside set I mentioned at the top of the show, bringing it inside and trying to beat the block, and it pays off.
Pass gone awry. However, making lemonade out of lemons, Omaha. Sub in, and that's a name well known. Serving, Lexi Rodriguez. Standout libero from Nebraska. And actually the all-time digs leader from Nebraska, trying to find the ace.
Well, she has a powerful serve, and I can understand why she wants to attack the line right now as the outside hitters are up, trying to make them deal with the pass and the attack. But Lexi Rodriguez, unbelievable skill, bringing such a high level defensively to the game.
Just look at that back row right now for
those,
Omaha.
Probably 3, we already know 2 with Larson and wong-orantes, the best passers in the league, and then add Lexi Rodriguez in there. It's like, who do you serve?
Well, Madison's gonna have a chance to serve right back to it again. The tip and the kill from the right side. Lexi Rodriguez, a 4-time All-American. She was even up for the ABCA National Player of the Year. She was a finalist for that. She's won just about every award under the sun as you look to Claire Chassé. They go right at her, tough serve. Great tempo, and it's dug. High ball set, that's gonna be tough. The finger roll, out of bounds.
And that set looked like it was just passing Anna Hall a little bit. Tried to get enough on it, but cross-body swipe goes wide.
Cubic Banks, the All-American out of Nebraska. Her numbers have been increasing as the season has gone on. The net's moving, but no call. And another quick point from the middle.
Well, that was actually Sarah Franklin. I know it looked like it was so quick, you think it was, but actually earlier today I talked to Sarah Franklin, who is, again, one of the all-time greats outside hitters in the college game herself, but making that transition to pro, and that hit is something she's been working on, is attacking the line more.
So far into the interior of the court, it was hard to tell who hit it. There's a nice dig from Carlini, and another inside set. So why is it so challenging to face an offense that's varying their length across the net?
Well, because the middle blocker for Omaha, or the middles in general, they've got to keep an eye and hold true to those middles. And because you don't want to leave those open, because they will set them as well. So you're a little bit late on that step, whichever way you're leaning, and it's giving that one-on-one situation for the outside hitters to have an easier way to put it down. I'd rather hit against 2 hands than 4, that's for sure.
Sometimes it's just a math equation, and it's a pretty simple one at that. Madison on a 4-0 run and a timeout called. You got a little nervous there at the 12-8 mark. However, the distance has now increased.
Well, the confidence that Madison has been building these last 3 matches they've had with getting the victories. Lauren Carlini running this offense with confidence. Okay, she's one of the best setters in the world, and now you've got a confident one. Take a look at these numbers. They had a rough start to the season there, going 1-7. And you know what? With a new team, a new league, starting, new players getting on the court, I can understand maybe all the pieces aren't jiving at first, but they certainly have hit their stride and were patient in the process.
And this displays just about every statistical category, and the increase. This is the first 8 versus the last 3 matches. Hitting efficiency, blocks per set, aces per set, digs per set, everything has increased. What do you think has the biggest impact on this list?
Well, definitely the efficiency there with the hit percentage is a big deal, but the blocks as well. And I told Matt Furbinger there, I'm like, what are you going for, Coach of the Year or something? Like,
you probably would try.
Hey.
Rightly so, as he should.
But I think the patience for Madison, because it can be frustrating when you're not winning games and to stay in it, to stay focused. But Lauren Carlini told me earlier today, look, athletes were coming in and doing extra reps, and that's what Coach Furbinger said is, I know we're getting the wins, but the thing I'm most proud of is these athletes coming in and putting in the extra work. And that is when you get the gains, is in practice.
How about that game? Claire Chassé out of the back row.
They've got some weapons, front row, back row, you name it, take a look. And she starts with a pass. Not as perfect, but doesn't matter. Carlini sets it up on a dime for her to come in and attack.
Drew Schumacher at the back row now. Gets the touch, but man, Jordan Larson just so cagey.
She is veteran, experienced player. I mean, think about the young athletes here that came out of college and now have her on your team. What a mentor and leader you have to learn from. And she is out here getting the job done. One of the best in the business over her last many years in her career.
Four-time Olympic medalist, and what a slide attack. Taylor Sandbothy.
Madison running from pin to pin right now with their offense. They have 2 hitters up right now with Carlini, so that slide attack, they will keep running more.
Okolo rejected and recycled, and that's going to be a tough shot back to the right front corner.
That is a sharp angle coming from the outside, I mean the right side, excuse me. Drevniak does that so well. She loves the attack, the angle. I'm going to keep an eye to see if Madison makes an adjustment, drop that outside hand in to cut it off a little bit.
Drevniak in her 11th professional volleyball season, and an early dump. A point of emphasis after their last win, by the way. They just took down the #2 team through the regular season in Houston in their last match. Madison did.
And Carlini had 5 kills, okay? And that's a big reason right there. Even if you get a perfect pass, that's actually the best time to make the dump because the other team thinks they're going to be setting those hitters. That was beautiful behind the back.
Okolo to the service line. Out of the University of Pittsburgh, just her 2nd year as a professional volleyball player. Doesn't matter if she's front row or back row.
I mean, it's pretty much like she's hitting it front row. It's unbelievable, just flying from the back row. And you see that line, the 3-meter line on the court. When you're a back row hitter, you cannot even touch that line. But when Drew Schumacher is attacking it, she's like practically at the net.
Her 6th kill. This time front row. Nice play, turn. And nobody home.
I mean, right now, Omaha is giving them these chances, and Madison is just gobbling it up. Look at that line wide open, sees it, attacks it. Beautiful.
Medved with the platform. Chassé trying to stay aggressive.
That went a little bit off the net in the practice today. We noticed that they were doing this as a warm-up, the out-of-system set, and all the athletes were saying, get it tighter, because they want to get that ball up to the net tight so they can swipe it off the block or put it back in, recycle it, and have another chance.
Yaniska, one of the best passers so far, and that ball is gone.
I mean, is there a hole in the floor? Because that was some high-flying reach right there by Hall. I mean, what a quick arm coming in and a thump. I know it's set point, but the crowd would have been on their feet either way.
Undoubtedly clapping for that last point. Set point for Madison. To the outside, Cubic Banks. What a chase! And off the palm of Carlini. Blossom. Ball out of bounds, and set 1 to the home team.
You know what they say when you have a good meal? That was chef's kiss, and I'm telling you, that was chef's kiss on that plane by Madison. They have made a statement.
Chef's kiss on set 1 for Madison. A 25-16 first. Omaha looks to respond. It's time to take a look at the standout thus far, Annie Drews Schumacher, already at 10 kills. I mean, how do you stop her?
Well, that's a good question. And Omaha's head coach said, look, she's going to get her kills, but they weren't so sure about how they were going to slow her down. And I can see that they haven't been able to yet. Front row, back row, those fast sets to her on that opposite pin there. She has been unstoppable. Only one error so far on the night. Very impressive.
You can see her her first 7 matches versus her last 4. She had been dealing with some injuries, and so far she's looking incredibly healthy with that left shoulder, as there's the first strike from Omaha.
Well, Omaha needs to come out and set the tone here. That first set, the serve wasn't as tough. Madison was running anywhere they wanted on offense, and it looked really good.
Again, a look to those efficiency numbers. Went from 116 up to 299, and she really wasn't getting the looks and taking big cuts at the ball when she wasn't during that injury. She had 23 kills last time she played Omaha. Right now, already up to 10. Quick set. I like the idea.
Well, that's the thing. Madison, I was thinking this in the break, Madison is playing so well, it's adding another layer of pressure to Omaha. So they're trying to create different things on offense, but it's because of the high-level play that they're creating that pressure.
Continuing to serve that left back corner. Dug by Yaniska. Looks like one-on-one opportunities for Madison out of the middle. Drevniak finds the final.
Drevniak came inside a little bit. She works hard to get her feet there so she can have a high reach and attack point on this set. Beautiful lift, and just attacks those very tip of the fingers on the block.
Former German national team member Drevniak, and a service error for Omaha. Passed off her left side, and Thader sends that to the 3-meter line.
Yeah, Thader has been a consistent middle for this Omaha team. They've kind of had to rotate people in and out with injuries and health things, but she has been in the middle consistently and really does a nice job. She works hard to get off the net and always be available for that set.
Out of the University of Missouri is Thader. Thader makes sure to put that block up nice and high. An error for Drew Schumacher.
Well, they don't want to have her go on a big power run again like she did in set 1, so they've got to adjust the block, and that one taking a little more angle.
Rotation 1 now for Madison. And she just lights it up. That's Anna Hall.
Carlini and Hall on this connection. Something that setters and middles and all the hitters work a lot on, but really beautiful when you're running all those quick sets all the time, knowing exactly what your hitter needs.
Anna Hall coming off a season-high match versus Houston. Already hitting 500.
Missed opportunity there for Madison. Everyone kind of looking at each other, not sure what's going to do. But the key is just to move on from that play, get the pass here and serve receive. They move Chassé over to the line a little bit more, so Medved and Franklin taking more of the court in serve receive for Madison.
Medved well onto the right side of the court, gets the first. Blossom trying to slow down Franklin. What a dig, Carlini, one of the best setting defenders. Does she go behind? No, it's back to Hall.
I mean, Hall is getting it done. That set looked a little bit high, but she is so up there, just gets enough of the ball here. Take a look at this dig by Carlini, laying out, getting back up. Medved lifts it up beautifully. This is some of those long rallies that can keep that momentum on your side.
I said one of the best setting defenders. I think I meant the opposite, but in the same vein, she is one of the best defenders. It's hard to tell whether she's setting or libero. sidewinder of a platform for the perfect assist.
You know, Franklin told me she's working on that, and I'm glad to see that she's doing it this game. She is really working on setting up her approach so that she's able to take those line hits as well. She said, I love hitting the angle. I'm like, girl, I did too. I loved the angle. But you've got to have variety at this level. She knows it, and those are some of the things she's working on.
A quick ace. And a haul deadly from the service line as well as at the net.
When that confidence is up and you're flowing like Madison is right now, you get back to that line and you just have a little more pop on the serve, and it's paying off.
The press and block from Madison.
Madison getting 2 out on Drew Schumacher on that one, but just a little bit too much into the net. Madison going on a run here.
Omaha, rotation 5, Gabby Blossom in the front row, middle front, and perfectly timed. Setter takes the first. Quick set and transition. Lexi Rodriguez finds the transition offense.
Cubic Banks doing a nice job coming down the middle on that pipe from the middle of the back row, and just thumb down turns it to the sideline.
Omaha looking to build. And another service error.
And you know, going for your serve, it doesn't mean you're going back there and popping it like 100%. A short serve is also a very tough serve. Putting the ball in a spot where it can disrupt Madison's offense so they're not able to run and be a little bit more predictable.
Oh my goodness, that was gnarly. Can she? She does. Ball stays alive. Good coverage from Omaha. One-on-one. Gets a touch from Carlini. The soft stuff kills.
What an effort here for Madison. And Carlini taking a look, and she's like, I'm going to throw this one all the way out. Franklin goes in hard every time on her approach, and that's what opens up those soft shots over the block.
Madison on a 5-1 run.
Wow, what a serve.
The last one took my breath away. Changed my sentence.
That was a double breath on that one. And they're going to keep Annie Drew Schumacher at the line, which is, with that serve, I want to get her off as soon as possible. Good call for Omaha to take a timeout, take a breath, and again, those ebbs and flows. Right now, another run here for Madison. How are they going to respond out of this timeout?
Sarah Franklin been putting up some solid numbers. Omaha tries to find a difference here in set number 2.
Oh, it's me. It's little me. Man, I would tell her so many cool things are coming. There's a really big world out there beyond Columbia, Missouri, beyond the United States, and I'm gonna see a lot of it, and that's pretty amazing. She has always had it.
Advice to her younger self, that's Emily Thader. And as we continue to celebrate Women's History Month, it's great to hear just the perspective from these Love athletes. That was probably one of my favorite sound bites we've seen.
I got chills. We saw it earlier and we saw it again, and I felt the exact same chills. It's just, you know, to have that confidence when we're growing up, you don't know what's going to happen. Am I going to play in college? Am I going to go pro? You don't know. You have those dreams, but to believe in yourself always. So it's really cool. I loved that piece.
That's Emily Thader. You saw her on the sideline alongside Drevniak. Amazing to have women's professional volleyball right here in the United States, creating so many opportunities, not just the professional level, but also, of course, with the Love affiliates. 58 clubs affiliated with Love. It's all about amateur to pro. Cameron Irwin alongside Nicole Branna in the midst of set 2. Going to take a look at a challenge here from Omaha. Was the ball in or out? We got Hawkeye. I also have Nikolai. What do you see?
No, I don't know. Hawkeye is pretty good, I'll say. But yeah, you see the blue on the edge. It did not get any part of the line. It just has to get one little itsy bitsy piece to be in, but not enough on that one.
Great capture there. Madison continuing to sprint.
I don't mind, you know, the missed serve. She's went on a tear there from the line, creating some awesome service pressure. And Omaha, you know, as I mentioned, a few hitting errors back to back, but they have that extra pressure right now to try to score and point score. So they're doing maybe things that are out of their comfort zone. Okay, we're putting that big block up.
Massive from Jordan Larson.
Yeah, Larson, good read on this one. You can see all smiles there. That feels good. A kill is fun to get, but getting those straight down blocks, that's a pretty sweet feeling.
Quiet platform for Franklin. And sometimes it's just about game and ball management.
Absolutely. I mean, getting the big kill, awesome, but making that decision and knowing when to go for it and when to put it in the right spot. And that was perfect placement for that kill.
Taylor Sandbothi. Back set and off the hands, block out.
Drevniak going up again. She's getting 2 blockers out on her, but she's doing a nice job attacking high hands, low off the block.
Drevniak now at 400. In system again is Madison. Cross body down the line.
Claire Chassé, she is doing it front row and back row here, right here, line open. She comes in and attacks. Gabby Blossom there of Omaha setter in the back row, attacking that line, having a lot of success.
Showing her range. Drevniak.
Yeah, that one a clean swing. We've mostly seen her attacking the high hands and scoring that way, but that one quick offense, back to her. Nice, beautiful swing. That serve just a little bit low on the contact point. On that one for Wokolo, and again, her second time entering, got 1 block in her first appearance, only been with the team for about 1 week.
Service errors 7-4. Omaha with the 7. Rotating to the line is Yaniska. And Annie Drew Schumacher is simply unstoppable.
I mean, she just gets back off the net, and it's like just getting that arm back for a huge windup. I don't think we've hardly seen any soft shots from her yet, and I don't see why she would when they haven't been able to stop the hard hit. Good line serve there to Cubic Banks, trying to take her out of the attack, but it doesn't work that time.
What was that you were saying, Nicole?
Well, when you've got Jordan Larson and the best libero in the world, Justine Wong-orantes back there, you know you're gonna get a lot of serves, and that's one area Maddie Cubic Banks is very good with the ball control, so it's a tough one back there.
Also want to say a good luck to her husband, Brant Banks, currently a draft prospect, this upcoming draft in April. was at Nebraska. He went off to Rice. As that sent back, another highlight for Cubic Banks.
Smart shot coming in on the block and swiping. It goes right into the antenna, which is out of bounds.
One hand set. I mean, create your own angles.
Hey, you know, and that's the range that we're seeing here from Cubic Banks, and Omaha's on a little run here.
Omaha now within 3. They are trying to find their rhythm. They've been dealing with so many injuries, so much health, and so many different lineups. Looking to find the rhythm now.
Yeah, head coach Susie Fritz said the last month they've pretty much had a different lineup every match. So trying to find that consistency, you know, it's tough if you don't have the full practice squad.
The Love version of All Stars, the Love Icons, honor the players who are making the biggest difference on and off the court this season. Recognizing more than their performance, Love Icons also highlights those who are helping to grow the sport of volleyball and inspiring the next generations. The best part, you get to decide who makes the cut. Fans from anywhere in the world can vote. Go on to LOVB.com and make sure you cast your vote by April 1st. Again, try and find out who those Love Icons are going to be. From the 3-meter, and that's a great blocking and defensive setup. Tug off of Yaniska's palm. Blocked and amazing, the cover play. Adidas scouting report, win the extended rallies, Omaha within 2.
I mean, and Lexi Rodriguez, that is what you get when you put her in the lineup, in the back row, keeping it alive. Look at that, for her team, one arm stab, good enough there to get it up for her team to make the play.
So even though you might lose a little bit of offense with Drevniak out of the back row as a back row threat,
you're gaining a very high-skilled defensive player back there to keep those plays alive. And also another person, who am I going to serve and serve receive? Because now you got 3 of the best back there.
Yeah, we need a shot of this. Justine Wong-Orantes, sandwich between Jordan Larson and Lexi Rodriguez.
Nowhere to go there for Thader. She tried to beat that one, push it in the block, but Sarah Franklin right there, number 13. Strong block, press over the net. Hard to get that one by.
Furbringer really utilizing 3 outsides from an attacking and a passing standpoint. Medved, Defensive Player of the Week from week 9. Tipped up and set inside. The only angle that was straight down.
I know I'm supposed to comment, but I'm a little bit speechless, all right? I mean, angle. That is not being slowed down, and she's going after it every time. Omaha, I'd like to see them even move in a step, especially with the left hand. She's going to love cranking an angle.
Well, interesting. Keep note, too. Gabby Blossom came underneath the block there instead of to the 3-meter line. Franklin with the power.
Well, I'd love to see Sarah Franklin right here. As we mentioned earlier, she even said, I love the angle. Look, they know I'm going to crank it angle, so that was an area she's been focused on, attacking the line. We've seen at least 3 or more of those attacks going down.
And just the misconnect. They were so close.
They were, and it's, you know, Omaha wants to run the middle, get Thader going in the middle, so it opens up those pin hitters on the outside. And again, with the setters kind of in and out, switching that around, that's part of that rhythm and consistency that needs to be stabilized as well. That's not always easy, going back and forth. But that connection, that's a good one right there. Straight out to Cubic Banks on a quick set to the pin, and she was over the block on that one. Take a look, high flying, and I mean, there was some line open, but you know what? Drew Schumacher hand was there too. I'm gonna give her credit for a little OT on that.
Adriana Fitzmaurice subbed in on the right side for Omaha. What hustle from Carlini. I mean, who says a standing down ball can't score?
Hey, a kill is a kill. As we saw, you can get one off your head as well, but you can also get one standing on the ground without a jump. And I think right now, that's just kind of the flow of Omaha right now, the chaos. Like, that should be a handled ball right now. That's a down ball. You got to take care of that ball and get yourself in a spot to score.
Would you expect anything less from the 2023 ABCA National Player of the Year? And they continue to try and find their middles. Perfect pass. Attacking down the line. Rodriguez is on it. Big block put up, and again it's Rodriguez. High ball outside and attacking down the line. Not really surprising considering the matchup.
No, not at all. You know what? They want to attack the outside hitter, or excuse me, the outside blocker right there for Omaha as Gabby Blossom is up. So a smaller blocker. Right now, the fans are going wild here. They're loving what they're seeing.
Set point, Madison. Rodriguez dimes it.
Cubic Banks is a bright spot right now. She's got a hot hand, and so Blossom's gonna go to her. You can see that talk right now between setter and hitter, giving some feedback, getting on the same page on their connection. And a perfect time for an ace. Right there.
A few more of them right now.
Well, Thader has a nice high hit attack point, and it goes down, crosses the net low, and just keeps on sinking down. Played 7 seasons overseas, has had a nice pro career, and now able to play in the States.
Target is Franklin. Set inside, and there's no block, and that's Thader with the dig. Facing the net, Carlini with the set. Blossom to the outside. And Annie Drew Schumacher seals set 2. You better watch out. Love Madison is on a tear. Up 2 sets to none. League One Volleyball is presented by Adidas and by the Love Finals, where the first League One Volleyball champion will be crowned. Join us April 10th, 11th, and 13th in Louisville. Tickets are now on sale. Go to LOVBfinals.com for more details. A look to Susie Fritz, and as we mentioned it once more, Women's History Month, we actually spoke to her about advice she'd give to fellow females that are looking to become coaches.
Yeah, she said, you know, she's a big advocate of doing less better, finding those the most important things and doing them well. And it doesn't mean that you can't do it all, but she's like, you know what? You don't have to add the pressure of feeling that you have to do it all at once. And I really like that. I think it was like you and I looked at each other like, oh, we're jotting that down. Like, yeah, that's a good, very good advice, I think, for everyone.
In about a matter of 6 minutes, she had me writing down 6 different quotes as you also take a look to Love Women's Workforce. These are awesome numbers considering you got 78% of women working at Love Central, 71% of women in leadership roles, and 54% of women in senior leadership.
It's awesome to see, and as the young juniors look up to these athletes, these pros, look, they can look up to Susie Fritz if they have passions to be a coach or a leader in the workplace and building a league like Love. So role models across the board here.
Set 3 now underway. Is there a response? What's the change for Omaha here?
First of all, you need to just forget about those first 2 sets and play. They know how to play volleyball. These are professionals. Take 1 point at a time and play your game. Worry about your own side of the net.
That's a great start for Omaha. Quick to strike. Sava into the mix now.
And we were told we might see her tonight because they're trying to find that offensive power point scoring.
That's Vicky Sava.
And another point for me.
We thought maybe Vicky Sava would be playing potentially with the right side.
That's right,
the outside,
the
you're not
opposite.
sure, but right now situated at that outside hitter position.
And right now, Thader's bringing some heat from the line. She has an excellent serve. Low over the net, kind of drops right in front of you. Good focus going across court, attacking Yuniska, who normally doesn't get ace that much. One of the top passers in the league.
And right now, Thader's got her number.
Well, this is exactly how they wanted to come out. And again, it's like, forget what happened sets 1 and 2, because you can do a reverse sweep. We've seen it this year so far. It just happened to Atlanta.
Well, and it happened to Omaha back in week 8 as well against Atlanta.
That's right. That's what I meant. It happened to them. They want to do it back now.
Night-night volleyball.
Claire Chassé, she's got some ups. Gets off the net well, waits for this set, and again, Gabby Blossom, setter for Omaha on that outside pin, so look for Madison to attack that spot.
Chassé, 6th kill. Okolo finds forehands in front.
Oh yeah.
Airborne was Rodriguez. Back set, just too much firepower.
It has definitely been nearly impossible to slow Annie Drew Schumacher down as she is just going back, that arm back. Look at that, hitting 500. I mean, that is unbelievable. 10 kills so far on the night.
Vicky Sava. Last significant playing time came back in January. It was January 26th. She had 10 kills and hit 286.
Well, she is getting up, and look at that angle, attacking Anna Hall there, her left hand middle blocker for Madison, not cutting that one off, and that was some heat coming in. She's like, you know what, I want some sets. I'm the hot hand now.
Canadian. Okolo.
Making a difference, joining the team just about a week ago. Good close there with Drevniak on the outside. Look at that, feeling good.
Just about a week of practice. Paul gets dug. Wong-orantes. Sava.
I mean, I thought she was going to crank that one angle again, but she got her feet to the ball, and that's the key. So she was able to get that one down the line, and that's the hard work.
And check this out. Omaha with the 4-point advantage. Omaha, they have an offense now being run by Gabby Blasa. But right now, Laura Dykema on the sidelines having a word.
Oh my God. This? My advice to this girl is please wash your sports bra before you take on a white jersey.
NCAA women's volleyball has never been more electrifying. The action is non-stop. The energy is explosive. Experience the intensity live. Sign up for pre-sale news and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Wow, what a rally.
This is the kind of volleyball that we expect to see and love.
This season, League One Volleyball partnered with Tiffany & Company on a handcrafted trophy that goes to the winner of the Love Finals on April 13th. The trophy's design is inspired by a juniors player. Last year, Love held a trophy design competition where Love Club juniors shared their ideas for the trophy. And KC Power Club athlete Chanya Kechaya's submission was selected as the inspiration for the design. And a few weeks ago, get this, Chanya and her family were able to visit Tiffany's Holloway workshop in Rhode Island to see the trophy come to life. The Love Championship trophy will be on display at select matches in each pro city and the lead up to the finals in Louisville, where fans can get their photo taken with the trophy. Just like there. What an incredible trophy. It took 20 weeks to put it together, over 37 hours of labor. And these two teams currently in the 5th and 6th place position through the regular season are fighting to improve to find that quarterfinal bye.
Well, and it's still in striking distance, as we talked about at the top of the show. Atlanta, if they clinch it this weekend for that top spot, that #2 spot is still a battle between the teams below them.
Atlanta and Houston at the top of the order. Just how challenging is it to come in with 1 week's practice and find the connection as you see the standings?
I mean, it is tough. Take a look at the standings right here. Still some matches left to go. And again, as we mentioned, with Madison on this hot win streak, if they keep it up, they have a good chance. It's still alive for Omaha as well. Trying to find that rhythm as they have kind of different players in and out with injury, trying to find that consistency on the court, just like the connection that you need to build with your setter. It's not easy just having that 1 week, but I love that she's out there working hard to get open and get those sets in the middle.
Just when you thought Omaha was moving in the right direction, a 4-0 run for Madison. Slowing it down.
Well, I like Vicky Sava, this addition into the court, the change. She's bringing some offensive power right now and getting some momentum for her team offensively. And that's one thing head coach Susie Fritz said, is they're searching for that big killer to come in and get those big kills for their team.
Remember the Canadian national team, Vicky Sava. Left looking.
They're going like, that's in, people. Open in the middle back position, no one there. And again, we've seen heat from Franklin, we've seen some tips, and that one kind of an off speed. She's really showing tonight her range and tools that she has in the toolbox.
What a save off the block. Out of the net. Savah with the dig. Quick set. Justine Wong-Orantes wants that back. Her platform was there.
You can always tell these pros and the level that they have where they don't get that perfect touch. You just know they're like, oh, I want that one. Like you said, just do it again. What a save for Carlini on that set to keep it alive.
Madison evens the score. Anna Hall left looking at the sideline.
Yeah, I think she kind of was taking a second guess, like, wait a minute, was it in? Like, she doesn't need the Hawkeye for that one. She's got the Hawkeye eyes, I guess.
Madison regaining the lead.
And again, that deep serve is actually what head coach Matt Furbringer told us is, hey, we're going for that last 1/3 of the court, trying to push the teams deep, make them work hard to get that pass perfect up to the center.
No surprise the tip even falls.
Well, I think she heard us. I said she's just been hammering every single ball. So now she's whipping out the tips here to be like, yeah, I can do it. I got different shots here too, okay?
Well, I don't blame you if you're a defender against Annie Drew Schumacher to be sitting on your heels.
It was 500 hitting percentage. Now she's up to 526.
So give some context. We talk about hitting efficiency oftentimes. What is a good hitting efficiency?
I would say you want to be above 250. That's what coaches are looking for. Keep those errors down. And again, I think at this level, like, not always going for that big, crazy kill, but knowing when the right time is to strike and get it. And that these pros, what we've seen tonight, they know and have some good creative offense. Oh, okay then. Or a straight downer from the back. I mean, Drew Schumacher is beyond hot hand. Like, they're just going to keep getting her the ball. They have not been able to slow her down, whether she's in the back or front.
Talk about efficiency. Thader gets one. Couple block touches on both sides of the net. Savah sends it back. Cubic Banks looks to end it, and Rodriguez is covering. Medved gets the dig. Block touch to set. Is it in? Out of bounds, point Omaha.
That's another one of those long rallies that we mentioned. Staying patient and knowing when the time is right. Some huge plays. Dig, Savah there on it. Lexi Rodriguez had a couple. Wong-Orantes, and then finally, beautiful turn off the block and out of bounds for Cubic Banks.
Savah quick to make an impact. 4 kills on 4 attempts.
I mean, and that's what they were looking for, as you know, to keep this one a lot closer, get some of that production.
Sandbothi with the kill. And we were talking about efficiency. For those wanting to know the equation, well, it's pretty simple. All you have to do is take the kills minus errors and divide that by attempts, and that's how you find your hitting efficiency.
And there's that statistics class you were talking about earlier.
It's the only math course I took.
And I think Omaha, you know, I said forget about sets 1 and 2. They've done just that. Their heads are not down. They still have high energy on their side. Vicky Savah in the mix there, bringing some power, some kills, some offensive energy for them. And it's like a new match, and that's what you have to do. The mental game is such a huge part.
It's a completely new match. All of a sudden, somebody comes in, has the impact, and even here, Adriana Fitzmaurice, the Stanford alum,
And Madison has been taking advantage of Gabby Blossom up there. Smaller blocker, but Omaha's making that change to get a big block up, see if they can slow down Chasse on the outside.
Rodriguez, just an absolute shovel. High set and delayed swing. You knew it was going there, and you knew it was going to be a kill.
It's tough because you still have to stay with the middles because Madison has been setting their middles. So you don't want to leave early if you're the middle blocker for Omaha or even lean that way. And that is how good Madison is playing right now. And a big part of that is the ball control, getting a good touch.
Slide attack.
Wokolo played at Pitt and was part of the team that made it to the first ever Final Four appearance. And then Pitt went on to make the next 3, you know, kind of on a roll there. Dan Fisher building a very strong program at Pitt.
We talked about how you have to respect the middles. There's why.
Yeah, Anna Hall, she is the best middle they have off of 2 feet, meaning she's going to be in front of the setter a lot on her attacks. As we mentioned earlier, a slide is when you go behind the setter, and that's off 1 foot. So they have quite a good variety with their middles here for Madison in the sets that they like to run.
Short serve. What a grab by Franklin. She nearly got that back.
She did, but that was an angle from Savage. She just kind of got on top of it and bumped it down. Look at that, impressive. Yeah, that was, she was trying the Carlini head dig over the net maybe. Good eye, good communication there for serve receive from Madison. Medved there just ducking, knowing that one's going long.
Service errors. Omaha 9, Madison 6. Madison looking for a 4th straight win. Back row attack. Blossom dug high. Hang those hands over the net. Sarah Franklin.
What a block, good position, setting this one up for the middle blocker to come over and close it, but that looked like it was all Franklin. Hands over the net, look how high, oh my word. Head over the net.
Great touch. Doesn't always have to look pretty.
Sometimes you got to pull out the paintbrush, and it works.
Madison came into set 3 with some power, some emphasis, and some new names in the lineup. Madison seems to have made the adjustment.
Well, and they stayed patient. They started down in this set number 3. Omaha coming in stronger.
Let's take a look back at our Adidas scouting report. Nicole, what do you see?
Well, Madison, they've moved that set from the outside hitter. They're coming inside a little bit. They go to the pin. They're moving it around, which is giving some trouble for Omaha's block, which is usually one of their strongest points. And Omaha managing those ebbs and flows, those 4-point runs. How can we manage it? How can we do? Right now, Madison's winning that game, so they haven't been able to control that. And from what we've seen from Madison, they're on a pretty good roll with their offense. They've been handling Omaha's serve as well, very well, so able to run wherever they want.
And like we saw, the numbers in the past 3 matches for Madison, their numbers continue to climb here in set 3. Ice the server.
Hey, it works. Sometimes you got to let the server think about it a little bit, get them out of their rhythm, and it paid off there for Omaha. And if you notice, Madison, all their service errors are mostly going long.
How about that changeup?
Well, I like it, and that's the one disrupting the offense. That is a very tough serve. It just dropped right in the middle of the court. Nobody there. Chasse and Medved kind of taking the majority of the court with Sarah Franklin for Madison on the left. But I'd love to see Omaha getting it in back-to-back serves. I think this match so far tonight, they get a big play, they get that momentum, excitement, and then kind of like one into the net takes a little bit of wind out of your sails.
Wild to think Madison started 1-9 on the season, including the Love Classic, and where they're at now. Love the power on the outside, Omaha. Lexi Rodriguez at the service line, already at 7 digs. That is her season high. Take a look now. We've got the governor of Wisconsin, Tony Evers, in the house.
Everyone knows how hot volleyball is, and he's like, I want to come and have a piece of it too. Enjoying the match, and I'm sure he's loving seeing this team in his home state on fire tonight. Good coverage there.
It's fantastic. Final home match for Madison on the season, and great crowd.
It is. I mean, you know, Wisconsin always turns out. They love volleyball. University of Wisconsin, they have people lined up. Today, we saw 2 hours, we were walking up to the arena, and people were already lined up, and I looked at you, I'm like, this is Wisconsin. Well, they love women's volleyball.
And they were warming up.
They were peppering in the yard.
They were peppering in line.
Not the yard, the grass, I
guess. Alliance yard, to your point.
That's right, that's right.
Well, and of course, everyone wants those replica jerseys.
That's
First
right.
200 through the door.
Earlier today, take a look at the line. People are excited, supporting it. So awesome to see the growth of this sport, and now to have love here for people to, these athletes to stay and play. It's incredible.
Back to the extended rally. Scooping, Justine Wong-orantes. Never fun when you get peppered with your own kill.
Well, Madison's block has been hot tonight. They really are making good reads, these middle blockers. It's not easy being a middle. Your eye work and quick decision making is tough. I'm glad I was an outside hitter, thank goodness, because it's a tough one.
See, I was just the setter that always got picked on.
There you go.
Lights out. Vicky Savah.
Well, good reaction and response to that block that they just had. I'm telling you, when you get blocked, you take it personally and you go back to the center and look at them and go, give it to me again. And then you do that. Crush it.
Yeah, that's what made you an Olympian. Front row, back row, I'm not sure. A kill. Either way.
It's going to her. They got a, right here, they're in the red zone, meaning the last kind of push here to 25.
With her in the back row, it's like they have 4 constant attackers.
Absolutely. Such a powerful weapon. And then an ace to top it off. Carlini, again, playing with such confidence. You have that mental peace and confidence to your game. It just lets you play on a different level.
30-foot set, and it's perfect.
Those are those strong hands. Head coach Susie Fritz said, Gabby Blossom can push it wherever you need. A very strong setter, and that was a perfect set out to the pin.
Omaha 6 aces to 3. Good cover, that's Drevniak. Off blocker. The quick push, sweet, sweet Savah.
And right now, Madison having a hard time slowing her down. After that big block, she's like, That's not going to happen again. Made some adjustments and better decisions on her attack.
How? Chassé, save of the day. Comes away with the point.
What a reaction for Madison. Cat-like reflexes on that one. A little pinball machine, if you will, and get it over the net. Omaha thought that was a kill for sure, but not so fast. And then just wide, Sava going for that angle. She's had a lot of success so far.
Put the platform out and dropped it at the right time. Let off the hook. 23 all.
Right now, 1 point at a time, one focus. That first contact, so important.
Sarah Franklin on the outside for Madison. They go to her. No problem. Wong-orantes. Side set. Franklin gets a touch, but Medved ups the save of the day. Can't find the second consecutive. Just when you think Chassé had the best play, Medved goes and finds that. And Omaha finding their game here in set 3, and now at a set point opportunity. 24-23, a must-have.
What a response here from Omaha.
As you take a look at the Love Trophy, the Love Finals coming up April 10th through the 13th. You can catch it on ESPN Plus as well as ESPN2. When you take a look at the trophy, all 6 teams' names engraved on the bottom, made by Tiffany and Company. But first, this week continues on. You'll get a chance to see 1v2 matchup come Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern on ESPN Plus. It's going to be Atlanta versus Houston. We'll continue on Salt Lake and Atlanta and Austin and Houston in a doubleheader come Saturday. You're not going to want to miss this Week 10 action. Just 3 weeks to play in the regular season. Who will find themselves in that 1 and 2 spot as that is into the net? No way. Omaha had a chance to send this to a 4th, even at 24 now.
The dreaded timeout to make the server think about it. Pays off again in the other direction.
Must win by 2. Sent to Drevniak. She wants another look at set point.
She has been a go-to hitter for this offense, and right now, crunch time, she's an experienced veteran player. They're going to get the ball in her hands.
Jordan Larson back into the match.
Right now, looking for a good dig on defense, and Larson is
25-24, set point, Omaha. And that's high over the top and into the corner. Ball called inbounds. See if there's a challenge here. And they will challenge. That ball well inbounds.
Well, you got to try it on that one. Close game here, could get that set victory.
2 set points fended off by Madison. Drevniak on the right side. Kubik Banks to the outside. Drevniak continues to be the answer.
Last few points, Drevniak, she has delivered. Madison's got to keep an eye on her right now, especially in the back row as well.
3rd set opportunity. Gabby Blossom back to the front row. To Sarah Franklin. Does she go down the line? She does! 26 all. This is the matchup in favor
Absolutely. Smaller blocker up. Franklin knows it, and she's going to attack over Gabby Blossom. Omaha's block moved inside because that set another challenge, and that one was in. So no more challenges left for Omaha. You get 2. If you don't win them, then you lose it.
Omaha strikes back. Will play to at least 28. Their 4th set point opportunity.
Got Annie Drew Schumacher in the back row for Madison.
Tough serve. Chassé. Dug up. For set 4. We're going there. 28-26. Omaha changes their lineup and changes their rhythm.
Sometimes you got to do that to find that consistency, to find that little spark plug, excuse me. Who's going to bring it? Vicky Sava did it for Omaha.
Vicky Sava changed the game. Last and final strike. You can guarantee you'll see her in set 4. Start of set 4. Kimberly Drevniak been going to work. Currently 10 kills and hitting .410. Take a look though, she's been doing some work off the floor. A former German national team member has spent some time in the Philippines working with a charity to serve underprivileged communities, sharing the joy of the sport. She was working with Let's Keep the Ball Flying last summer, and part of the reason she told me that she left the German national team is she wanted to have a better life balance. She wants to spend more time with her family. She has a sister that she absolutely adores, and also a quick hello to her mother. She told me to say hi to Petra, who is watching from Germany in the middle of the night right now, but she has a even road trip planned for her and her mother coming up this summer. So getting that play life balance here, now playing for Love. I asked her why Love was the right answer for it. She said, well, their mission is so similar to mine, and that's bringing amateur into the professional ranks. And she was doing that last summer alongside that charity. Great to see Drevniak so skilled on the court and off the court.
And a big ace for Yaniska to start this one off for Madison as they want to bounce back.
Cameron Irwin alongside Nicole Branna. Welcome to set 4. Final home game for Madison as they faced Omaha.
And Vicky Sava in that match making a huge difference coming in set number 3 for Jordan Larson. Making a change, looking for that kind of energy, power from the outside to bring in. And she did an excellent job set number 3 and continues on here in 4.
That ball is good, and as we've talked so much about the winning strategy right now for Madison, Omaha has been dealing with health, injuries. What would a win here mean? They're currently on a 6-match losing streak.
I mean, it would be huge. It's hard to lose game after game when you're putting in the work, going to the practices. I think it's been hard finding that consistency, not having a full squad at practices or even at the matches. And so it's big. It's big for confidence as you make this final push at the end of the season. But the end of the story is April and that final tournament. All the teams will make it, but getting that bye would be huge, especially if you've had some injuries and needing that extra rest. So this is a big win for both of these teams, especially Omaha.
Everyone looking to the Love Finals. Those top 2 seeds through the regular season will get a bye. Right now, Atlanta and Houston sitting at the top of the list. And as you head into the finals, 3 will play 6 and 4 will play 5. Drevniak, I believe, finds the antenna, ball out of bounds.
Trying to get that one right by the needle.
Another fun fact about Drevniak, she told me she was actually an animal lover, and she has a horse that's 28 years old. She said his name's Darius and might as well be your brother.
Some good serving to start this set 4 for Madison with some big aces. Setting the tone.
What a set from her knees, Gabby Blossom.
Getting that ball out to Cubic Banks on the pin. And as I mentioned earlier, Maddie Cubic Banks has always been a steady passer, very high IQ, low error player. Head coach said, hey, we want you to move the risk needle a little bit this year. And it has really brought up her production on offense.
Carlini checks down at the defense on the other side, and that is simply a left-handed slam dunk.
It certainly was. I thought for a minute it was Annie Drew Schumacher, but no, it wasn't. It was Chassé going up there and making it work.
She's even smirking a little bit there, and I don't blame her.
Love that.
Just chucks that thing. Yaniska into the angle, can't handle it.
Well, right now she's the middle blocker for Madison. As I mentioned, they got a hold. So a little bit late, leaving open a seam in the block. Drevniak is really attacking that well. And right now, as we've seen, Lexi Rodriguez will come in for Drevniak in the back row. Has a strong serve and add some digs to the resume, so they will lose that back row attack from Drevniak.
Second tip that falls, Chassé.
You can see Gabby Blossom there, the setter for Omaha, saying, my bad. Rodriguez was right there under it, ready to dig it, but just reached back a little bit too much. Take a look on this one. Now she knows next time Rodriguez is all over that one.
Out of the back row. Oh, and it's gonna be stolen from her.
Yeah, that line that you see on the court there, the 3-meter line, you cannot touch it if you're in the back row, which Vicky Sava is a back row attacker right now, so she can't even get near that line. That left foot just touches it.
Rodriguez continues to be the target. right now, every tip is falling. Is that the scouting report, or is that just because there's a big block in front?
I mean, there is a good block, but part of it is that Franklin's been going in strong every single time. You can't tell, is she going to crank it or tip it? And that's what opens it up, because defense has got to be back a little bit for that big heat.
All Madison needs to take the match is this 4th set. Now up 2-1. Savah, or excuse me, Cubic Banks doing everything she can on the outside.
Cubic Banks with her 13th kill of the night. Excuse me, 14th. My computer a little bit slow to update. No.
Cubic Banks averaging 244 on the season from an efficiency standpoint. And Anna Hall, that's a name we haven't said in about a set. Gets another kill.
Yeah, she's offensively, you're right, from the service line has been bringing some good serves, but now they're getting her going again. And that was a big key, I think, in sets 1 and 2 for Madison, as she got some big kills for them in that middle position.
Slide. Thader goes one-on-one and finds it. You know, Nicole, it's interesting. I'm looking through the set-by-set numbers in terms of efficiency, and actually, Madison still more efficient as an attacking standpoint in set 3. They hit well above Omaha. Still, Omaha able to find that 3rd set. As you look to the complete numbers now, as it's going to increase on the side of Madison.
Well, from the first set, Madison has been running such a clean offense. Lauren Carlini, their setter, has been able to pretty much set wherever she wants, in part due to that excellent first contact from her players that she's getting, but also because she's one of the best setters in the world. Doesn't matter for Vicky Savah of Omaha. She is getting that ball through. 2 blockers there for Madison trying to slow her down, but she's got some major heat. The block of Madison just not pressed over enough, so that one rolling down the front.
Sarah Franklin looking to pass and attack. And they can't find an answer.
Well,
defensively, what do you do?
Well, I think the scouting report was angle, but Franklin has added this into her repertoire. 3 blockers. I'm sorry, we haven't seen that yet. And they're like, we need to get one more blocker to slow these hitters down.
Good pass, and Drevniak comes all the way from the left side of the court to the right in this rotation.
That's right, doing work, starting over there in the rotation, running all around the court. Take a look, becoming available.
Great shot by our crew.
Savah a little bit frustrated with that serve, just pulling her arm down a little bit low, gets to the top of the tape.
Timeout taken. Madison up 12-9. Savah missing that final serve. Madison just a handful of points away from a match victory.
NCAA women's volleyball has never been more electrifying. The action is non-stop. The energy is explosive. Experience the intensity live. Sign up for pre-sale news and more at ncaa.com/volleyball.
Wow, what a rally.
This is the kind of volleyball that we expect to see and love.
reach for the moon, land in the stars. Take a look at that hitting percentage, 438. By the way, that is the highest mark so far in Love history. And it was just now surpassing what took place Omaha against Madison back on 119. It was 411. 438 as a team. It's one thing to see maybe a middle blocker have 438, but to have an entire team.
That's very impressive and says a lot about these hitters making good decisions, but also their setter, Lauren Carlini, getting them in good spots to have one block up.
Carlini puts another ball in the right spot. Last meeting between Omaha and Madison, Annie Drews Schumacher had a season high 28 points. It was 23 kills to her name.
And shockingly enough, that was her first kill in this set.
Getting the roof calls here in Madison.
Look at that press over the net. That's the key. Hands sealed on the net, over press strong.
That spells trouble. But maybe not if you got Justine Wong-orantes on your side.
An opportunity here for Madison.
A celebration from Chassé, worthy of that kill. She went full star mode.
This is that run that we talked about with Omaha, the ebbs and the flows. They bounce back in set number 3 to clinch it, but how are they going to respond here with this run?
Take a look back at this. There's the full layout, Justine Wong-orantes. You gotta love the hustle here. But
one-on-one here for Drew Schumacher. Look at that celebration. Chassé on the outside, jumping up. Look at that, even Hawks when she's celebrating. Getting some air.
yep, that's full star mode if I've ever seen it. Annie Drew Schumacher, her last 5 matches. 552 tonight.
They are definitely clicking here on their connection. And Carlini and Drew Schumacher started out on the national team. Carlini told me we're just the young ones out there on the court, and here they are playing. They are both leaders of this team, have different styles, and talk to each other. Carlini more of the direct, like, let's get it done person. And she said Annie Drew Schumacher's kind of the more lighthearted one, like, you know, keeping it alive. And I love that combination and how they work together over the many years of their careers and what it can bring to this team.
Well, and Nicole, we saw something really cool in Serve and Pass this morning. Them talking and communicating about the tempo, first serve versus in transition.
That's right, a little bit faster in the first serve when it's a clean contact to beat that block, and then she's like, in transition you can have a little bit of a slower one, but just that communication and being open, and that's what makes us a successful tongue twister there, connection with your setter, and also the setter to not react and say, oh, you'll get what I give you. It's like, no, I'm gonna want to give you the best set to be successful.
You got it that time.
There we go. Sally at the seashore.
Chassé. Drew Schumacher. Housed.
She's like, rats, I want that one back. Haven't seen that all match, actually. I think that was the first block they've had on her. What a pass.
What a dig. Gabby Blossom trying to go outside the antenna to play that ball back, not able to find the contact.
There's some major heat coming on these attacks. Justine Wong-orantes, one of the best liberos in the world, time and time again, and too much to handle even for her on that one. But I love how she's directing the pass and serve receive right now with her athletes. That's what Lexi Rodriguez told me that she's been learning from her, is that leadership on the court and how she handles the defensive scheming.
Quick tempo. Franklin, the high wrist
Well, it's been fun to watch her career as a collegiate athlete and now see her just explode in the pro game. They've been kind of toying around with that outside hitter position as well for Madison, but tonight she is lighting it up.
Tight ball. And shoved down. We need to give more roses to Sarah Franklin, hitting .609. 14 kills, no errors, no balls blocked on 23 attempts. Here's that tight ball.
Well, and here's a smart shot. You don't always have to go up for the kill at this level. You got to put it in a good spot, trying to get it in that right back position to the setter, but ends up being a kill anyway. What a rundown.
Left hand, Gabby Blossom. There was a lot happening in that play.
Emily Thader just trying to get out of the way. Don't know if Vicky Sava could have used her as a little lift to get up, like a little trampoline.
But take a look at this. Madison
hustle.
Madison actually stops playing. Look at right there. Annie Drew Schumacher didn't want to jump because she was worried Emily Thader was underneath the net.
You're right. It looked like maybe her ankle on that one a little bit. Maybe that they collided. I didn't see that there on the tape. So it is a point there for Omaha as someone came under the net. Thader landing on them. Looks like Thader is okay, so that's
and I actually think Emily Thader stayed on her side, which is why it wasn't called underneath the net. So point to Omaha. And on the other side, point the other direction, that's Madison.
And that's that set, moving it inside again for the outside hitters. Sarah Franklin, 16 kills, hitting .640.
Good touch. And heads up. That ball's off the block.
Look at that celebration from her team. Going to the middle for the dig here and getting that one back to Annie Drew Schumacher. What an up. Middle blockers aren't always making the digs, but that was an alert and reactive play that paid off there.
Sarah Franklin, season high 19 kills, was against Salt Lake City. She's looking to try and find that here. Let's take a look, though. Annie Drew Schumacher has been superb.
And she is just keeping it up match after match this last run. And Madison has been on a tear, and this is a big reason why. Having Annie Drew Schumacher back in the lineup tonight, she has been unstoppable. Omaha has not had an answer to slow her down at all, whether it's the back row, the front row, you name it. She is wreaking havoc out here. 19 kills, hitting .500, only 2 errors. So impressive.
Emily Thader. A little bit of a pushed tempo there.
That's right, trying to move those middle blockers and make a little bit of a gap so that she could attack the seam on that one, and no one even up on her.
Franklin. That's Taylor Sandbothy in the middle. Throwing that platform sideways, and that sneaks by the block.
Well, it certainly did, and that is not an easy attack for a hitter. That set is coming from behind you. You really need to be patient, get off the net, give some space so that set can get up there, and Franklin, smart shot.
Setter front row for Omaha, and it doesn't even get to her.
Well, that's what head coach Matt Furbringer said is, look, Omaha is one of the best passing teams in the league. We can't just serve at Justine Wong-orantes, who's the best libero. We've got to make her move. So they're trying to attack her from side to side on these serves.
This time it's right through the middle. blocks there, and it's a double block, even in system. They're just bailing to the outside.
Well, I can't blame them because it's successful and they're getting the job done right now. Not setting the middles as much, so Madison able to kind of get a read on that block. Taking a chance and a risk, if you will.
That ball has so much float on it.
Very powerful. Wong-orantes kind of looking over there like, didn't get me that time.
Drevniak back into the mix, while Madison looks to find a 4th straight win. 2 away now. Tipped. Light work for Sarah Franklin. Looking for one more kill to match her season high. Now she's in the back row. It is now match point, Madison. Ball the outside, Franklin with the dig. Carlini sends it. Blossom out of the back row, and the ball falls. Madison is way too hot. 4 straight wins. What is going to slow down Madison? Right now, they are a complete and total freight train. .450, a new Love single match record. And in their final home match of the season. They knot the series with Omaha, now sitting at 2-2 with just 2 more weeks in the regular season for Madison. Matt Furbringer has his team working in the right direction. It's all about peaking at the right time, and right now it looks like Madison is finding their mountaintop. Let's take a look at Lauren Carlini. She will be our player of the match. She brought all the defense and also all the offense. I mean, who can set a slide like that? Finds the attack early in the match and even brought the block. The Olympic silver medalist running the offense for Madison alongside Matt Furbringer. What a connection those two have. Completely turned around their season to this point. And why not find a victory photo? Their 4-match win streak begun with Omaha. It was a 3-1 victory in week 8. They then faced Austin, winning 3-0, and then took down the #2 team in Houston at 3-1, and have proceeded to find a 4th straight win versus Omaha. This team continues to climb the ranks and is led by Lauren Carlini.
Lauren Carlini, player of the match. How about a little round of applause here, folks? What a game. Can you talk to us about this turnaround? You guys are on a 4-game win streak and what it was like the start of the season, what switched for you guys and how it's going now.
Yeah, I mean, thank you guys for sticking with us, right? Beginning of the season was a tough ride, but we're on our way up now. We've been putting in extra work and everyone's really just clear with their roles and fully bought in, and it's greatly appreciated, and here we are, you know, working our way up the rankings.
And what's it been like for you having these offensive weapons, building that connection with the players?
Just so many facets of the game that we've been getting better at week by week, and it's clear here in how we play. We just have so many weapons. I feel like it's pretty hard to make a game plan against us.
Well, it's pretty hard to beat you. You're dishing that ball around to everyone, so congrats. in honor of Women's History Month, do you have any words for the young ladies, young women out there that are looking up to you guys as role models?
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is thank you guys for coming, right, and supporting. And this is the future of volleyball here, and being able to play at home and make that choice whether you want to go overseas and stay here and play in front of these amazing fans. So just an honor to be able to play in front of all of you guys, really.
Congrats for the rest of the season. And how about a big shout out, Lauren Carlini, one of the best setters in the world.
Thank you.
She's not wrong. Lauren Carlini just led Madison to yet another victory. They improve all the way up now to the 4th place position, sitting at 5 and 7. They talked about the women. Well, Annie Drew Schumacher hit 500. Sarah Franklin, 667. Yeah, Taylor Sandbothy into that mix, as well as Anna Hall at 462. This team is moving in all the right directions. Well, it goes the direction of Madison. We've got another match coming your direction. It's going to be Atlanta versus Houston tomorrow, 8 Eastern on ESPN+. League One Volleyball will continue on Saturday with a doubleheader as well, starting at 5:30 Eastern. For my broadcast partner, Nicole Branna, and our entire Love crew, I'm Cameron Irwin with love from Madison. Thanks for watching League One Volleyball.